Hey y'all, Farmer Dre back at it. It's a beautiful day here on the farm. I am out here in high tunnel number 1. I'm gonna talk to you guys about the plants or the crop we planted right after tomatoes. So let's go ahead and get into it. For the past 5 years, I have been growing tomatoes inside of this high tunnel, and year after year, been tomatoes after tomatoes after tomatoes after tomatoes, and that's not the most ideal situation, but the reason we keep on doing that is because tomatoes is the cash crop of any tunnels. When it comes down to revenue, it beats any other crop. So tomatoes are on the top tier, and then you have other crops like cucumbers, peppers, strawberries, then all the other crops follow, and lettuce and whatnot. But one of the things that I'm trying to do here is crop rotation and try not to plant the same crops on the same ground year after year after year, even though we're very limited to land here, and I've been struggling at that. But one of the things I'm trying to do is to help the soil grow and to prevent disease is a lot of cover crops during the winter months to help build up that soil and have a good biodiversity in the soil. And another thing is crop rotation in the same season. So like this year, after tomato crop was done, we went ahead and pulled it out. And then right here behind me, I planted picklers or pickling cucumbers, or the cucumbers that people use for pickling. And the variety here is called Boston pickler. So about a 4 to 5 inch pickler cucumber. So I'm hoping with this, cucumbers are in the cucurbit families, and tomatoes are in the nightshade family. So two completely different families. So tomato diseases do not affect the pickling or the cucumber diseases. So this is very common in field production. So like out in the fields, if we do strawberries or tomatoes, like out in Florida or California, they go through there, plant their early tomatoes. Whenever the tomatoes are done for, they'll go through there and seed cucumbers in the same plastic, same drip tape, and those cucumbers will grow on the same trellis system or on the bare dirt. So that's where I got the idea, is pull out your tomatoes and plant cucumbers to try to get, first of all, more production out of the ground you have, and try to change up the plants families so you can have a much better soil health long term. I had a jet come through here. He pulled off all the plants, cleaned up everything. We pulled all the drip tape, not drip tape, all the T-post, all the trellis system of the tomatoes, pulled everything out, pulled out all the tomato plants, and we just went ahead and direct seeded the cucumbers in the dirt. So we just got a piece of PVC pipe, made a small hole, and dropped a couple cucumber seeds in there, and that's it. It was super easy, super simple. And we planted these probably maybe a month ago already. And you can see behind me, they've been growing like crazy. Cucumbers love a bunch of water, so I've been soaking the ground with cucumbers like 90-something% water anyway. And another benefit of that, cucumbers, if you give water or too much water to cucumbers, they don't split like tomatoes. So in a way, it helps out the soil just because we're soaking in that deeper levels over the year that have been drying up, because since we don't take off the covers on this high tunnel, it doesn't get natural rainfall. So the more water you can soak in to kind of leach all the bad stuff out of the soil, the better. So I've been running the water about every 2 hours, about every other day here, just trying to soak in the soil. And the cucumbers have been thriving. They've been growing. Haven't seen any blooms yet, but I'm hoping in a couple of weeks here there's blooms, and then the instant they bloom, its harvest is just around the corner. Some of the weeds that I'm fighting in here is pigweed, this red pigweed, thorn pigweed, and I got some morning glory over there that likes growing on top of that. But this pigweed here is terrible because it has spikes in it, and it overcrowded the cucumbers I planted in these holes here. And I gotta come through and chop these up with the loppers again, just because I don't want them growing. But yeah, these are the cucumbers here. They're kind of sparse in between, but these plants are growing. Oh, never mind, there are a few flowers there. There are flowers growing here, and hopefully we'll have a few pickles here in a couple of weeks here. But yeah, they're just growing nicely. All I'm doing, I haven't fertilized these or anything. There should be plenty of fertilizer from the tomatoes in the ground. So all I'm doing is just watering them, and they're gonna hopefully take over the dirt here. We planted them a little closer, about the same holes as the strawberry or the tomatoes, so about 20 inches apart. So, you know, whenever they're fully grown and mature, I don't think there's going to be much walking space in here. But we'll manage. We'll probably have to clear some path. And the center row here, you know, we tried planting all the holes. We ran out of seed on the last row there, so some of those never got planted. But yeah, it's not too terribly bad. Like I mentioned, it's a cover crop, just something to change up the plant families. And of course, we will try to sell these and harvest them, and then we will get it going. Pretty much sums up the entire video here of planting cucumbers after tomatoes. And this is a trial for me here, and we will harvest them. And it's getting kind of late in the season where produce isn't, people are not wanting to produce as much. So either I'm going to take them to a produce auction, try to sell them off, or I guess my mom's going to have to pickle a lot of picklers for us to eat and consume over the winter months. But yeah, it's going to be fun. Hopefully we get a good yield out of these and produce a lot. Like I mentioned, they're not all germinated, they didn't all grow. But hey, whatever we do have here is going to make it work. And since we don't have any tomatoes planted in here, we still got plenty of tomatoes in number 2 there, and tomatoes at Val's high tunnel there. And tomatoes we've been picking since it's getting a lot cooler outside. They've been slowing down, and I've been having a lot of crack issues and whatnot with my tomatoes. And the main reason is I've still been feeding them just as much water, but it's not, they don't need it because it's not so hot outside anymore. So I gotta back off on that water compared to the summer months. But yeah, we've been selling a lot of tomatoes yet at farmers markets and here in the farm store. But just keep it going. I might show you guys the tomatoes in there. But yeah, we've been really busy on the farm. The fall festival has started. We started off apple picking, and this weekend on the 17th. So or this Saturday, we will be open for corn maze and pumpkin patch. I got to show you guys a corn maze. It's 6-7 foot tall already. Pumpkin patch has been growing nicely. But yeah, I've just been busy with the whole agritourism thing and being open to the public. People are out on their farm, and whenever you have thousands of people on your farm at one time, a lot of management, it's really hectic. But hey, we all got to do something to survive and keeping it going. The biggest thing about what we do, what I do, is you got to love it. You got to love every moment of it. And the quote that I live by, if you do what you love, you never work. So I'm technically never working. Alrighty, y'all, if you guys haven't checked out FarmerDreSupply.com, that's where you're able to find all your gardening and greenhouse needs, from irrigation systems to seeds to fertilizers. Go ahead and check it out. Like always, the link is down in the description box below. Alright, y'all, that's going to be it for today. If you guys have any comments or concerns, go ahead and leave them down in the comment section below. I am going to try to do my best to answer those. And I'm going to try to be more active here on the YouTubes. We've just been so busy building and getting the farm ready for the fall festivals. Now we're about 90% ready to go. So I have a little more extra time now to film and post on YouTube and whatnot. We got big plans. Strawberry plants are coming in next week. So we have 47,000 strawberry plants showing up. I got to still connect all the irrigation lines and everything. That should have been done by now, but we've just been so busy doing other things. And of course, all the fall stuff and the corn maze and pumpkin patch. So that's gonna be it for today. If you guys haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, smash that like button if you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget, hit that notification icon so you guys can be notified whenever I do upload a video. I want to say thanks for watching up to this point. Y'all have a good day, and we'll see you next time.